joint. In this we have the three types of joints: left outer, right outer, full outer. And inner joint means, suppose if we had two tables. Okay, if I specify the syntax, then I will get whatever the common records between the two tables. Okay, that is called as inner joint. And coming to this left outer joint, that means it will gives us the complete left sided table records as an output. So this is the syntax. The syntax is same for all the outer joints. The main thing, the main difference here is this particular words. If you put left joint, okay, left outer joint, your wish, left joint. So you will get the left sided table. Okay, that means you get the contents from the first table. If you use right outer joint, then you will get the contents from the second table. Whatever it is, if you want to put the condition, okay, based on it, you will get the right hand side table. Or else if you want to put natural right outer joint, then it will defaultly gives us the result from the second table without specifying any of the condition here. So natural full joint, that means it gives us whole records from both the two tables. Okay, so students, anyhow I'm sharing my screen. Here the syntax is also there in each and every slide. What you have to do is you have to just execute these syntaxes. Input tables must be there. So after 1 minute, I will log the meeting. Students, everybody, do it. If you have done, then tell me. I'll just move to the next slide. Joins is very simple, SQL joins compared to relational joins. Andrew, you had a question in the second module about equi-join. Everybody have wrote SQL join. I don't know how you all wrote that. Only some 2 students. No, yeah, very few. Like 1 or 2 students have written the correct answer. Just execute the joins: inner join, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. After you have done, just message me by chat box here in Zoom, so that I'll just note down your numbers. inner join aithe you'll put the syntax inner join. If it is left join, then put left join. And same, instead of specifying the left join, right join, if you want to have this as a result. And full outer join, this is. Over na.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, still some students are in waiting room, ma'am. Can you please allow them?
Yeah, I unlocked the meeting.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, in both the two tables, at least one column should be same. Take the tables, student and course, and execute all the queries on that only, on those two input tables. Okay, two numbers I have noted down. Okay, complete the outer join. Good. Outer joins also. Left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. Now complete all joins.
Ma'am, can you show the previous slide ones?
Which one? Inner join?
Outer joint.
Is it the one?
No, ma'am, outer joint.
Outer join. Same, the syntax is same. We have to just
No, ma'am,
manipulate
full outer joint. Full
whatever,
outer joint.
whatever the join it is.
Yeah, this one, ma'am.
That's it. Natural full join.
Can I share my screen once?
What happened?
Like it's not showing my table, ma'am. I mean, like it's saying invalid table name.
That means the table is not existing, sir.
I have created 3 tables, ma'am. Like
We'll see.
one.
Yeah, given the you can you have created now. What is this age? This age is a table. See, 2 tables are enough, right? Very good. Again, one more number. I'm noting down your number. Good. What is this join? Why you wrote these many times in the syntax? Select name, SID from student table. Again join, full outer join. No, you should not write this many times. Just look into the syntax. What is this A's again? Anyhow, you had the table like course table, no? You can perform the full outer join on both those 2 tables. Okay, there. See, for the namesake, we have just modified instead of table 2, we given table 3. శరత్ అర్థమైందా మీకు? సింటాక్స్ చూడండి, సింటాక్స్ చూసి జస్ట్ నేచురల్ ఫుల్ again join. On this many times you should not give. Okay, stop sharing the screen. Just look into the syntax once. Don't get confused. See here, you can take table 1. We gave here the table names which are of different here. That's it. Give the same tables, whatever you have given for the previous right outer join. Just modify this one as full outer join. Instead of right outer join, you modify this one as full outer join for the same tables. No need of creating one more table. Here I specified table 3. That is what you have created. And you should not specify the space between the table name and join. See, this is what the table is not again. But you have divided like the table name and again and don't give here. తర్వాత మీరు ఏం చేస్తారంటే select S name, C name from table 1, full outer join, table 2 on table 1.sid equal to table 2.sid. Give
Okay,
like
ma'am.
that. Do outer joins also. Do outer joins also, Shiva. Finished? So 5 numbers have done. Okay. Twenty-three, 22, 9. Eight. That is what, don't directly write the syntax which was given here in the example. Anyhow, you are creating the tables, right? So according to the tables, that what the data you have given, understand?
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
the attributes remain, the syntax would be the same, ma'am.
Yes, ma.
Except the attributes like sname and sh here, remaining whole syntax would be same, or should like except the table names.
See, the table names, I don't know what you have created. Okay, you just give the tables what you have created with what name. Okay, and what the attributes that you are going to display, you can display. What my question is, perform the join operation. If I ask you to perform the join operation, like left outer join operation, then I will just check from the two tables, are you getting the result of the left table records or not? That I will check. How do you will get, if you have mentioned the common attribute in between the two tables, then you will get the result. Okay, that is what, even this age, see here, don't go with a fill outer join example. Whenever you have done the examples inner, right outer join, you just specify the words full outer join instead of right join. That's it. SNAME message, see these are these two from the table one, right? If you want to give C name, okay, you can mention SNAME comma C name. Understood? Nalini? Still any doubts? See, at first we will check the outputs. Input ఏమి ఇచ్చారు, output ఏమి వచ్చింది. Okay, if the output is correct, then we'll just go and check the syntax whether you have just copied the table contents or you got the result exactly based on the syntax or not. Okay, upward syntax, we'll just check the syntax. Okay, if it is also written in a right way, then we'll just give the marks. అసలు జాయిన్స్ అన్నిటికీ కూడా ఒకటే ఒక సింటాక్స్ అమ్మా. లెఫ్ట్ అవుటర్ జాయిన్ అయినా, ఇన్నర్ జాయిన్, రైట్ అవుటర్ జాయిన్, ఫుల్ అవుటర్ జాయిన్, సేమ్ సింటాక్స్ పెట్టండి, మధ్యలో ఆ వర్డ్స్ మార్చండి చాలు, అంతే. జస్ట్ ఫస్ట్ అవుట్పుట్ ని అజ్యూమ్ చేసుకోండి. ఓకే, ఈ టేబుల్ నుంచి నాకు అవుట్పుట్ రావాలి, నాకు లెఫ్ట్ టేబుల్ అక్కర్లేదు. సో దెన్ యూ స్పెసిఫై రైట్ జాయిన్, దట్స్ ఇట్. Don't get confusion with the examples which I have given here. It is completely based upon the table contents. Whatever if you want to display, that you can mention here. You can select what do you want to display. So this was about joins. Okay, create the tables with your number followed by the table name. Okay, good. So 6 members, I got the responses from the 6 members. Okay. So the next concept is we are entering into the second chapter of the third module. That is procedural. It is completely related with the application development. Okay. So in this we had a concept called procedural SQL. That means PLSQL. Let me share the document. See, you know many of the programming languages like C, C++, Java, Python, all these are the programming languages. So, if I ask you to write the block structure of the C programming language, then what will be the block structure of C? What you will write in the block? It has some structure, right? So in that C programming structure, so at first what you will do, you will include some header files. Then after that, you will write the main function, okay, within the declaration part and the executable part. And finally, you're going to get display the output. So that is the structure of the C programming language. As like that, we also had here the structure of SQL, that is called procedural SQL. Okay, so suppose you are writing many of the queries. You have created many of the tables, and for each and every concept you are going to write the syntax and trying to get the result. That is fine. What my question is, okay, if you write a single query, then that query, it will send from the client side to the server side. There it will get executed, and then we are getting the result back. Okay. So, you are writing now. Suppose imagine that you have written like a multi-level query. Then what will happen? Every query will be gets executed. Okay. And then again it will send back to the result to the client side. So like that it happens. Suppose there were 4 queries, then 8 times the process will goes on from client to server, again from server to client. That block structure I will show you. Why we prefer PLSQL means, see, this is what, if you write the code using the PLSQL block structure, then whatever, how many of the queries are there, all the queries will be gets executed at once and the result will be sent back to the application side. Okay, that means it will be present in the client side. See here, normal SQL, if it had, okay, like 4 queries, so each and every query will be gets executed and then the result will be sent back to the client side. So here you can see there were some 8 arrows. Okay, so it gets delayed. But if we use the PLSQL engine, what it will do is it will just take all the PLSQL statements at once. Okay, all the SQL statements at once and gets executed, and the result will be sent back to the client side. So this is what The main difference between the SQL and PLSQL. Okay, and below here, this is explanation. Just explained in words. Okay, this theory part. If you go through this text, then you can about this SQL and PLSQL. So this much it has. So we have to learn what is the block structure of PLSQL and how do we can be able to execute, okay, the queries. Suppose till now you have done many queries, right? If I ask you to display a message, how do you will do? Can we able to display a message using DDL commands or DML commands in a single line of code? No, we cannot do. Till now we have just learned on doing the queries on the taken tables. But using PLSQL, you can get even the answer of whether the number is unstrung or not. Okay, we can get even the result for the factorial. Okay, even for the Fibonacci series. Okay, we can write and we'll get the result. But we have to follow the block structure of PLSQL. Okay. So I'll show you here the block structure. The block structure actually contains the three sections: declare, executable section, exception handling section. Okay, so a declaration part is nothing but declaring the variables. How do we declare a variable in C programming language? We'll take the variable and then we'll specify the data type of that variable. So, as like that, here also we have this part, but before declaring the variables, we should put the keyword declare as a syntax. Okay, and if I want to declare some SID, then what I'll write, the code is declare, and then below that I will write SID integer. So that is the declaration part of my program. And executable section, it is nothing but the logical code. The logical code that we have to write under the executable section. Logical code. Okay. Suppose if I ask you to write a PLSQL program to add two numbers, then what you will do? In the declaration part, you will declare the two variables. And then in the executable part, you will just write a syntax for adding the two numbers. Okay. And this is what the exception handling section. If there was errors, then it is going to find out the errors. Okay, that's it. That means, suppose in Java, we had a concept called exception handling. How it works actually? Suppose in the C programming language, you have done the program like division by giving the denominator as 0. Then what you will get as a result? Will get what? Anything by 0. What is the result? Yes, what is the result, Amma? Anything by 0. Yes? Infinity. Okay, so in that case, we will not get any output in the C programming language. It will just struck. But in Java programming language, if we specify the exception handling part, okay, using the packages and all, Java packages, we can be able to even handle that particular kind of errors by specifying a message like it is a division by 0 error. Something it will just gives us the message. So that part is using to handle the exceptions. Okay, here also we have this part, but this is optional. If you want to put, you can write the code under this. Excuse me. So this is the exception part. In the PLSQL, there is no need of writing the exception part always. No. If there was such kind of errors, then you have to write, okay, the code under the exception part. So the first, among these three, the second part is mandatory. Okay. Or like optional. Why I'm saying this one is optional? Suppose and this division symbol. And the main thing, you have to write the entire code of PLSQL after specifying the syntax, set server output on. Okay, that is the main thing. If you didn't put that statement, your output will not be get displayed. The program will be gets executed, but you will not get the output. So that is what set server output on. So we write all these statements. Say example. This is the example part. For declaring some variables. So S name, SH, we counter. Hey, in C programming language, suppose if you have taken any variable like I for incremental purpose or for decremental purpose, initially you will assign some value. As like that, we can also assign some. Suppose v underscore counter is a variable and the data type is number, you can specify the value also for this. Okay, that will also comes under the declaration part only. And executable section. This is what the meaning of this particular syntax. See, suppose we can also even write the SQL statements in the executable part. Suppose you want to display some student name, where student ID is 1237. Then you have to write this code within the executable section. And finally, this line is there, no? Dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. If this statement, if you haven't mentioned, then you will not get the output. So this is it works as like a printf statement in C programming language. Understand? To display the output. And exception section, it is for to handle the runtime errors. And I've already told you it's like an optional if you want to yes, write in detail about your program. Yes, you can take this exceptional part also into consideration and write 1, 2, 3 in our taken table, then automatically we'll get the error, runtime error. So what the error that we have to get? There is no student with student ID 1, 2, 3. If you write this under the exception, then we'll get this kind of message. So this was about PLSQL blocks. Kanak.
Ma'am, should we use like different application? Ma'am, like PLSQL, should we install separate application for that?
No. See here, I will show how to execute. Okay, a simple PLSQL programs.
Ma'am,
చెప్పండి.
is it capital sensitive? Like, do I have to use capital? Set
For what?
server
Set
and
server
all?
output on.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything it accepts.
Okay, ma'am.
You can check now by giving like the small letters or the capital letters. There you can find out whether it works or not. Saran?
Yes, ma'am, but I prefer asking you. You're all knowledgeable.
Students, so I think I have uploaded the PLSQL in Moodle. Am I? Let me do the upload of this document so that you can directly just go through into the document. You have to specify the same attribute from both the two tables. అమ్మ మీరు ఇచ్చారు కదమ్మా స్టూడెంట్ 1 డాట్ ఇక్కడ s డాట్ నేమ్ అని ఇస్తున్నారు. s డాట్ నేమ్ ఏంటి మరలా?
s dot name ఇక్కడ ఇచ్చిన
What is the attribute? What is the attribute in the student table?
ma'am, I gave your names as A, B, 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 ma'am. And
Amma,
yes, ma'am.
we are not focusing on the values. We are not focusing, we should not specify here the value at anywhere in the syntax. We are just focusing on the attributes at first.
Ma'am, 1 minute.
అమ్మా ఇక్కడ ఈక్విజాయింట్ కండిషన్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే మీరు ఇచ్చిన కండిషన్ లో 2 టేబుల్స్ లో కూడా యూ హ్యావ్ టు స్పెసిఫై ద సేమ్ అట్రిబ్యూట్ నేమ్. Suppose check once in the nested query at some table, right? Student table, course table create చేశాను కదమ్మా.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you remembered in the student table we had the attribute like SID.
Yes, ma'am.
In the course we had the attribute like same SID. నువ్వు జాయిన్ ఆపరేషన్ పర్ఫామ్ చేసావు అంటే you have to check whether at least one attribute is common in between the two tables or not.
Yes, ma'am, it is common, ma'am. I hear one A and in table 2 one
Syntax.
okay, ma'am.
Okay. Join student two. Your system after putting అదే అట్రిబ్యూట్ నేమ్ ఇక్కడ మీరు స్టూడెంట్ 2 లో కూడా మీరు స్పెసిఫై చేయాలి.
Ma'am, I'll try
DES
and
no, you just try of executing DESC student the first table. Give the syntax DESC. Question of space semicolon. So here you gave name 1 as name 1 is attribute.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. On that attributes you perform the join operation.
Okay, ma'am.
Understood now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All in as in this, ma'am.
हाँ.
Okay, ma'am.